Quick, graph y equals 1/2 times e to the x by hand, two different ways. This is part of the Family of Functions series. You will need graph paper, or you can download this PDF and print it. Press pause as needed anytime during this video. The first way is with the e to the x dance. Y equals e to the x has an asymptote at y equals 0, the x-axis, and the factor of 1/2, the coefficient, does not affect that asymptote, so we'll go ahead and graph that x-axis. The origin also is unaffected by that 1/2, so we'll plot the origin because all points will be plotted relative to that origin. We do need to recall the powers of e. We do need to have those memorized here. And normally on e to the x, it's normally right 0 up 1 because e to the 0 is 1. But because of the half factor, it's going to be right 0 up 1/2. Normally right 1 up e, which is about 2.7. In this case, it's going to be right 1 up half of that, 1.35. Normally right 2 up e squared, which is about 7.4, but we're going to go right 2 up half of that, 3.7. Normally left 1 up e to the negative 1, the reciprocal e is 0.4, so we're going to go left 1 up 0.2, half of that. And left 2 up e to the negative 2, which is about 0.14, we're going to go left 2 up 0.7. Connect the points, and there's our exponential looking function, and we compare it to e to the x, and you can see it's a little wider and goes up slower. If you look from blue to green, the y values are multiplied by half. The blue times a half are the green y values, not for just these points, but for all the points. Second way, using a table. Again, recall the powers of e here that we should know. Here are 5 points on our normal y equals e to the x graph. We're going to keep the x coordinates the same and multiply each y value by 1/2, that coefficient there. So 7.4, half of that is 3.7. So we'll plot 2, 3.7. Half of 2.7 is 1.35, so we'll plot 1, 1.35. We're going to ask you to go ahead and finish these 3 points, plot them, press pause to do so, and resume when you're ready. Half of 1 is a half, so 0, a half is the y-intercept. 0.4, half of that is 0.2, negative 1, 0.2. And half of 14 hundredths is 7 hundredths, so negative 2, 7 hundredths. We need to draw the asymptote, which will be the x-axis, y equals 0, and then connect the points. Compare that to the parent function. Now you try one. Graph y equals 1/3 times e to the x. Use either method or both for the practice. Press pause to do this and then resume when you're finished to check your answer. And here's our answer in green compared to the blue parent function.